friends and family. Welcome to Sherry's Kitchen. And I'm Sherry, but some people call me Mama D or Nana. But there's always room for more in my kitchen, so come on in as we do today's lecture or video is going to be on mustard. Our topic today is going to be mustard without mustard. Why? Well, in the book Back to Eden, on page 287, it talks about mustard that should not be used with food. But what it does say is that it can be used medicinally as an emetic, which helps people to expectorate anything in the stomach, or it used as a liver cleanse, put on the lower, use it as a poultice, or you can use it as in a hot foot bath, and it has medicinal purposes, but not for food. So in this recipe, instead of mustard, we are going to be using turmeric. And a lot of you know turmeric is very medicinal. Okay, so what are some of the properties or healing properties of turmeric? Well, it lessens inflammation, it improves memory, lessens pain, fights free radicals, lowers risk of heart disease, helps fight depression, helps prevent cancer. Now there's some more information I have from my herb book, and it also says turmeric strengthens the gallbladder, inhibits dangerous blood clotting, reduces liver toxins, and helps it metabolize fats, possibly assisting weight loss, and has an anti-inflammatory, non-steroidal action. The recipe which we are going to be using today comes from the book Real Food Recipes by my daughter Jurea Dawson, and it can be found on page 47 and 48. And the ingredients for this recipe are, and this will be down in the description box, it is 3/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/4 cup of soy flour, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 cup of tahini, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So now we're going to go into our recipe, how to put it together. Okay, are you ready for the recipe? And remember, Sherry likes things simple. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a bullet. And you don't need to use the Vitamix, you can use a regular blender. Okay, so most people have a bullet, and so I want to show you how easy this is. So first we have to blend up the first 4 ingredients. All righty? So here we go. We're going to put our lemon juice in, and then we're going to put in our soy flour, alrighty. Then we're going to put in our turmeric. Now this recipe, the ingredients I'm putting in now are doubled because I'm going to be giving some of these away as a gift, so I'm doing a little extra. Okay, so this is the turmeric. And then the salt. Now when you're working with turmeric, you've got to be very careful because if it gets on your clothes, it's very difficult to come out. So be careful with it as you're working with it. Okay? And we're going to blend this up, and then we're going to show you what we're going to do after that. So our first step after we put all the ingredients in the bullet is to blend it. Okay? So we're going to blend it in our bullet until it's nice and blended together. Okay, like I said, you don't have to have a high-powered, fast-speed blender. This will work just fine, or your regular blenders will work fine, okay? So then we're going to have to put this in a pot to cook it. So follow me, and I'll be right back. All right, so now after we blend the first 4 ingredients, we have to cook them to thicken, okay? Remember, be careful, turmeric does stain. So we're going to pour it into our pot here. Look at that beautiful color. That's the color of mustard. Okay, so I'm going to turn the stove on. And we are going to cook this until it gets thicker. And it doesn't take long, okay? So when it gets thick, I'll bring you back to see the results. Okay, so our mixture is thickening, as you can see here. and we're going to let it get a little bit thicker, and then we're going to have to let it cool some before we put it back into the blender. But because I have this extra, I don't think it's going to fit back into the bullet. So we're going to put it in our Vitamix, okay? So, as you see, this is getting thicker and it's growing up taller, and we'll come right back and show you putting it into the Vitamix. All right, folks. Now we're going to take the cooled mixture. It's not totally cool, but cool enough to put into the blender. And because I doubled the recipe, I'm using my Vitamix, and because I have to add a few more ingredients, okay? But you can still use the bullet if you're going to be using a single recipe, okay? So we're going to pour this in our blender. This is the mixture of the 4 ingredients, the first 4 ingredients, okay? We want to get it all out so we don't miss a bit. Okay. Now there were 2 more ingredients that we have to put in, and that would be our sesame tahini and our salt, which is going to be next. Now when I first did this recipe, I actually canned it because of all the lemon juice, it is acidic enough to do water bath canning, okay? So if you want to do can some so you can pull it off the shelf like your ketchup, you can do that. Alrighty? And this is our garlic powder. Okay, that's a double amount. Alrighty. Now we're going to take and blend this on low. There's the thickness. There we go. All right, so our mixture is finished now. Blended all the tahini and the garlic powder in it, and I just want you to see how thick it got just from putting those ingredients together. See that? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put it in little small dishes. Remember, this is a condiment, and so you don't need very much of it, and so you want to store it in sizes that you're going to be able to use, okay? So I'm going to pour some in 8 ounces and a couple 4 ounces. Remember, I'm going to be giving some of these away as a gift, okay? And I'll be back with you to see, so you can see the finished product. All right, now I have taken and put them into jars. So this is how much we got. We have 1 8-ounce and 3 4 ounces. So we got about 20 ounces here. So if I wanted to can this, I can do this in a water bath canner, okay? So let's see how it tastes. Okay, is it mustard? Mustard it is, okay? So if you like this recipe and you want to try it, I really hope you do. And also, hit the share button, the notification button, and the like button to help me with future videos, okay? My goal is to give healthy recipes to a dying, sick world, and I appreciate you. Love you. Bye-bye.